Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to be talking about the one thing that most effective leaders have in common. Look, if you think your job title is what gives you the power to influence and inspire others, well, you're just plain wrong, and you're holding yourself back, you're restricting your growth, and finally and foremost, you're falling short of achieving your full potential. Look, when I think about leaders, and I've met quite a few, each with their own unique styles and attributes, I think about one trait above all else: authenticity. Congruence between values and actions is one of the most important qualities of influential leaders. It's the congruence that motivates you to become your best self. Have you ever encountered an authentic leader? Someone who resonates with their heart when they speak to such extent that it gives you goosebumps? Someone who, even though you disagree with, you still respect and seek to emulate? I have, and it's truly remarkable. Look, when you're in the company of someone who speaks and embodies their truth, regardless of how similar or different their opinion is from yours, you can feel their presence. It's palpable. You know, when spending time with these leaders, their genuine confidence in their thoughts and feelings help you clarify your very own. It's as if they modeled their decision-making process, and through doing so, reveals yours. It's amazing. It really is. And the reason these individuals have such significant influence isn't because of what they say. To only focus on what is to severely underestimate and underappreciate the why. That's the foundation. Looking at the content overlooks the process of their efficacy. Take a step back, okay? Let's just take a step back. The real reason you're moved by these leaders is because of the leadership that comes from within them. It has nothing to do with what they say, but everything to do with who they are. When you consistently do what you say and you practice what you preach and live according to your values, something amazing happens. You start speaking and living in truth. Instead of regurgitating, inspirational quotes, you start speaking from your heart. You share unique wisdom that only comes from lived experiences. And that's important. And when all those traits converge, you develop a palpable presence. Who you are naturally radiates and transmits to others on an unconscious level. People are drawn to you, but they might not know why. People naturally trust you. They follow you. They listen to you. And no matter what or who you encounter, they respect you even in disagreement. And that's powerful because you don't just speak truth, you live it. That type of leadership cannot be purchased. It doesn't come from expensive suits and excessive praise, good PR, or daily affirmations. It doesn't come from speaking at workshops or reading leadership articles. It comes from genuine self-growth. From knowing yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your areas of growth, and using your emotional awareness to inform your actions. Real leadership comes from within. Listening to who you are, what you value, and most importantly, what you feel. Being a leader requires you to trust your instincts, listen to your intuition, and take action aligned with those sources of knowledge. That's what leads congruence to authenticity, or congruence and authenticity, if you will. Most leaders develop several traits instinctively from a young age. They were raised in families that required them to take more responsibility than others at their age, if you will. But that's not the end of the story. To take those natural inklings and transform them into polished leadership takes exposure, many failures, and learning from your mistakes. People who do that can come quite a long way on their very own. They naturally engage in self-reflection and aim to learn about themselves in each situation. But at a certain point, usually after having experienced success for several years, they need an outside perspective. Being that influential, like all things in life, has a shadow, people stop giving you unfiltered feedback. And so you get used to solving problems that you get so used to solving problems that you stop prioritizing time to sit down with your own emotions. You keep chasing solutions instead of focusing on the process that manifested your greatness in the first place. And so all these factors lead to a slight gap between who you think you are and who you actually are. And so that's when you need a coach, someone to help hold space for you, to help you get in touch with your feelings and get in touch with your intuition and engage in self-reflection without focusing on solutions, but instead embracing the process of vulnerability. Authentic leadership is not easy. As you can see, it requires integration between natural tendencies and substantial self-growth. Doing what you say and inspiring others to do the same is likely the hardest road to walk, because that means you can't fake it. You have to be it. You have to continue prioritizing your own growth while simultaneously sprinting through each day at your top speed. That requires consistency, focus, and determination. But in the end, that's what makes authenticity so inspiring. So that's the one thing that most effective leaders have in common: authenticity, the ability to be a leader from within. It's not about the technical aspect, the crossing the T's and dotting the I's and all these rules and regulations. Leadership is about who you are, your morals, your values, what you live by, your code. And that's how you lead and guide others. And that's how people become drawn to you, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I know this was a little longer than usual, but I appreciate you hanging in there. Please like, share, and subscribe to the video. I'm sure if you guys are interested in these videos, there's someone in your circles of influence that may be interested as well. And please remember, if you need coaching or you and your team may need some coaching or some team training, team building training, or diversity training, whatever have you, please just hit me up and we'll tailor make a plan, cannot talk today, for you guys and your success, because I want you guys to be leaders of impact and influence and leaders that people want to follow, okay? All right, thanks again. And remember, great leadership equals great results. How are you leading?